Put the entire leash with the stress that you have on the leash in your left hand. Just perfect. And now use your, in your right hand. And now you're going to use your left hand to push her butt down, please. You're doing good. You're doing good. Apply, keep that pressure applied. You're doing good. Perfect. Damn, she's so nervous she doesn't even want to sit, huh?
Yeah, she's strong.
Yeah. Apply the pressure. So you've got to keep that pressure in as you're bending her, as you're pushing her butt down. Perfect. Wow, that in itself is going to be tough. Okay. Did she snap at you?
No.
Okay. All right. Give her a little bit of a break.
For this I was born.
My name is Erwin and I'm the dog messiah, lover of dogs and persons. Watch, I show
For
you.
this I came into the world.
Good. See, here, with the fenced-in area for a very specific purpose. Dad just came. The drive was about 45 minutes, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, and we were talking about this beforehand, so just summarize it for me quickly. So, is she as nervous in car rides as she is on walks?
No.
Wow. Do you think there were ever moments where she relaxed on the trip?
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Do you think there are moments that she relaxes on walks?
Rarely.
Very rarely. Okay.
Rarely.
I thought you were going to say never. So very rarely is kind of a good thing.
If it's really late at night and there's nobody around in the neighborhood,
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's completely relaxed, but it's certainly
Okay.
a lot better than normal.
And to clear that up, you're saying very late at night, which typically makes dogs weary, but because where you live it's so busy that in the daytime it's the most rare thing for there not to be anything going on, correct?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Never, there's always high traffic.
So before I got here, there's not much really going on here. So, next time, whether we meet here or somewhere else, hopefully I'm going to try to pick a spot that doesn't have a lot of activity so you can let her out before I come around to see if there's a difference. Maybe she's going to be calm in that situation. There's a little bit of audio coming from back there. Okay, go ahead and let her out, sir, please. Let's take her over here under the shade too. Dude, I gotta tell you, I don't know. She doesn't, I got goosebumps. I don't know that she looks that, it's hard for me to, I haven't watched that video yet. I need to edit it today and put it up today, the first one, but I should have already watched it. I've just been so busy. Let's bring her over here under the shade because for some reason or the other, oh. Uh-oh.
You got it?
Yeah. For some reason or the other, she seems less nervous here, but maybe that's just me potentially misremembering.
No, I think it's just this is a quieter area.
It is quieter. It is quieter. She doesn't. Oh, good potty. Good. Good potty, beloved.
Now, see, I wouldn't have complimented her based on our conversations before.
Okay.
Because you saw she was kind of looking around.
Right.
Nervously.
So I see what you're saying. I was gonna ask you, have you been complimenting her? So start, please. Because
even if she looks nervous and she's
yeah, I do appreciate that you. I do appreciate the thought, and there's a lot of wisdom behind what you're thinking, and I'm not even going to tell you that you're wrong, but any port in a storm will do, because there's very little to praise her for otherwise.
Yes.
And I got to be honest with you, if you were to take her outside and she peed and dropped a sweet little poop right outside there, you wouldn't have to necessarily take her out for the walks that you're taking her out for.
Right.
So I want to make something very clear. Right now, the only reason she should be going on walks is for potty breaks. So this dog does not need to go on walks for her health or for her to get energy out, none of that stuff.
Right.
In fact, most people don't realize it. See, she wants to get back in your car now.
Either that or, yeah.
So this is a learned behavior. I'll come back to this learned behavior here in a second. But a lot of people think that they have to take a dog out for a walk, because if they don't take the dog out for a walk, the dog's going to have a lot of behavioral issues, X, Y, Z. Well, that's not even really necessarily true. If you have a dog that has high energy, they need to be stimulated with either like play, around the house, in the yard, or whatnot, as opposed to walks, especially if you're having behavioral issues like we are with her. So this is what I mean by learned behavior. But just as like when you reached out to me Wednesday and you were saying hope to see some results soon, or you're hoping for that, and I said, well, yeah, they're coming. You may not be aware of them, but they're coming. This is an example of a learned behavior. So inadvertently, I would imagine you inadvertently, oh look, there was a moment of happiness.
Yeah.
So see, that's when, and you probably didn't do it because I'm talking, but if this was you at home, or if it happens again even though I'm talking, you need to smile at her and chant the word "did you good." See, that would have been the perfect moment to ping, because she lost herself in a bit of enthusiasm.
Right.
There, okay? Good. Look at you.
Good.
Even there. Good. Look at that.
Yes.
Never acts like that at home, huh?
When I'm playing with her, she's
No, but I'm talking about outside on the walk.
Oh no, never.
Jesus Christ, what is the difference?
The traffic in this area.
Dude, yeah, there is a lot going on over there, right?
It's just a high traffic area. Like one
And the cars are even closer to us than we are. They're here, actually. There's more distance between us and the traffic.
Exactly. There's just a thin
Damn.
sidewalk over there.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Man, I see what you're saying. You know, it may not be a good idea. It may not be such a bad idea. It will take more a little bit of time, but I have customers that do this in Los Angeles, the ones that I just picked up. So what I mean by this is you might want to consider from now on, when you're going to take her for a potty break, load her up in the car, find a quiet spot that relatively doesn't have very much going on, as close to you as possible, take her there to take care of her business. She maybe hears that plane and got nervous.
Maybe.
But what I do like is that you are not giving in, meaning you're not pulling forward, you're doing a great job by not talking to her or necessarily acknowledging her.
Yeah, I've been very robotic.
You have to be. You're doing good. Okay, walk away, please. Step back. So you see how that's what I want you to start doing. If she's pulling you in one direction and it's persistent, then I want you just to move back in the opposite direction or further away from the direction she's pulling you in, please. And robotically. No telling her, come on, let's go this way. I imagine that before you would have tried to get her attention or her name.
Yes.
May I tell you something? If you want to have a dog that's going to have a small radius and keep tabs on you, perfect, Dad. When you're on the leash, stop calling their name when they're tethered to a leash to get them to move on. In other words, if the dog is sniffing a fire hydrant and you're ready to keep walking, don't tell the dog, Fido, let's go, Fido, let's go. Believe it or not, you're actually encouraging that behavior because you're acknowledging it with the good word theory. What you should do instead is just start to walk, and the moment that the dog starts to come in your direction, you're going to praise. So, back to my suggestion, might be a good idea to scout an area that is like this one, that is close to you, and start doing that temporarily until we build up her confidence. I think that, so...
It's just that during the week it's a little tough because I'm pressed for time and,
You are. But listen, so again, extraordinary results, which is what you're wanting, are going to require extraordinary effort. So I hate to say this to you, but maybe wake up 10 minutes earlier. Do you see what I mean? So what I'm saying to you is, if taking her for a short 5-minute car ride to take her someplace where she's going to be a lot less anxious, you're breaking the cycle. So let me give you let me give you another example. Like here, there's been at least 2, if not 3 times where she has shown some kind of joy with you. Do you see what I mean? And especially like even there when she's walking back towards you, I don't even know that she's necessarily all that worried. I think as she's walking back towards you, she's almost moving like a normal dog.
I get the sense that there's some kind of hunting instinct that she has in her.
Yeah, she could.
That she kind of goes off on her own sometimes without realizing it's just her instinct.
I'm just seeing less nerves right now though too, to be honest. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Pretty.
Good.
And so see, in those situations, whenever she starts trotting towards you, oh, she's gonna go ahead and have a nice solid call. So see, this leads validity.
And that's surprising because she went this morning. I didn't.
Okay, so guess what? The what's unsurprising is that she didn't go all the way, maybe out of nerves. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of benefits for you to start consider what I just said. Load her up and do it 3 times a day. Load her up, drive, find a spot 5 minutes from you. Load her up, take her there, because you just had tremendous production. She peed and pooped and showed you joy a few times. And listen, I think just So this is what I was talking about earlier. Go back to that before I start digressing. Is the learned behavior. She's gotten so used to peeing and then automatically hightailing it. So same behavior happened here, even though you weren't near your house.
Right.
She peed, and as soon as she peed, oh shit, I just peed. You know, tried to run off, try to hightail it. Learned behavior. So it's breaking that cycle. So I tell you, even like what I'm mentioning to you again, going back around to taking her maybe down the road a bit to go potty, you're gonna start breaking those tiny little things that she finds are crutches. And I tell you the truth, look at that. I feel like you're having tremendous success right now just through this, just through her just being around. Walked up, just ran back. She's running up to you and checking in with you, almost in a way of seeing if everything is okay, and then being very, very...
Yeah, I think she loves being out in, you know, a calm environment like this. She loves it.
Again, I'm sure you can find a spot. That's I'm telling you, that's
good. It's challenging because that whole area is kind of busy, but I will...
Hell yeah, it is. But even if it's a 10-minute drive, sir, and I understand what you're saying, you're pressed for time. Now, you know, I guess myself and almost anybody watching the videos, as they're professional, I'm gonna say they're pressed for time. But it's worth waking up an extra 10-15 minutes early if it makes it happen, sir. Because look, right now she just dropped sweet poop and went sweet piss right before we got our class started. And had you come out to me, this is why I wanted to come out to you, and why I waived the fee to do so I could see her real her. Because I promise you, if this was the very first time we were meeting, and we're meeting here, and she was behaving this way, you would say, this is totally not the way she behaves. Do you understand what I mean? And I tell you, typically dogs behave worse.
Good girl.
What in the hell's going on? Dude, I got goosebumps. She legit looked at me and was wagging her tail. Almost like we were shooting like a commercial for like dog shampoo or something. Yeah? Fucking happy. So again, sir, please,
But
taking into account your text message from Wednesday, start doing as I'm mentioning. Please try not to take her on a walk. Neuter that completely. So in other words, just do it. Don't take her for the same walk that you've been doing before anymore. Especially now that we're going to do training sessions. Because to be honest with you, your little area, well, no, the area in front, the area where I parked, that area would probably work for the training sessions. But you're going to be better off taking her off of property for training sessions to get the fastest results. Okay? She seems to be doing pretty good. I mean, yeah, tail's tucked a little bit, but there's a big difference, okay? So that being said, two options for you. Yes, today I want to start actually doing the leash work. And this is why I wanted to be in that fenced in area in case she panics so hard that she bites the leash and breaks the leash. She won't run off. If I'm not asking you to do this, but if you were to take her off the leash right now, do you think she'd run off?
I'm not sure. I've never had her off leash where she wasn't somehow contained.
Okay.
So
not too far from here, there's a dog park that is very rarely used by people. Okay. All right. So maybe we'll meet there and try it there in one of the sessions, and just to see kind of how she is. I have to collect data before she comes with me. The more data, the more I know about her, the better. So like, for example, you not knowing the answer to that question, us figuring that out before she comes with me, beneficial. I almost brought a dog with me today, but I thought, you know what, no, I need to see how she's going to be. Because if I would have brought a dog with me today and she would have been behaving the way she's doing now, I would have chalked it up, potentially you also, to the fact that another dog is here so she's more comfortable.
Right.
But no, she's for sure way more comfortable right now than before. Okay? All right, very good. So, back to what I was saying. We either do the standard leash taming, which is what I'm going to recommend, or we go the softer route. The reason I'm saying the softer route is because what I'm going to recommend is potentially going to be tremendously stressful to her. Tremendously.
Okay.
And it is on a level of 1 to 10, 10 being the most stressful. With most dogs, I say it's about a 6 in level of stress. With her, I imagine it's going to be, and I might be wrong, it's going to be like a 10. She might pee herself, well, maybe not because she just relieve herself, but it's a possibility she's going to be.
I say whatever's, you think it could be most effective, let's go there.
Oh, listen, the only way past something is through it.
Yeah.
So unless you want to like take the long ass route of like, oh my God, weaning her this and that because we're going to baby her and stuff.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not sure with my dog. Again, and then to put it in perspective for you, what I'm proposing we're going to do today if she were enrolled in my 12-week program, this would not happen for 3 weeks or so after she'd been with me. I mean, you'd already be bugging me like most people do. She's acting really good. When are you gonna put her on the leash? Have you started leash training her yet? Not realizing that the foundation that I have you on right now is way more important than the leash work. Let me tell you this. I'll tell you the truth, yes? A dog's life lessons are caught off leash more than they can be taught on the leash. So understand that. So people are always chomping at the bit. Have you started leash training with her yet? Have you started leash? Oh my God. They don't realize that no. What I'm doing right now is more important than that. So again, what you're doing with the good word theory and the laws that I laid down for you when I first met with you, that's way more important than what we're going to do today. Today, I would put this off. Not that I'm putting it off, but this would be 3 weeks down the line of her being with me. And some dogs, it's 7 weeks before I do this. If I were able to transfer my consciousness into yours, I would already be doing this because you love her, she loves you, you've been through hell and high water together, all right? Right. All right, very, very good. Okay, so we're gonna pause, we're gonna start going, and actually let's walk her over and all that way I can catch anything that's a little bit off.
No, not to the car.
Oh, so see there? You rewarded the fact that she tried to get into the car inadvertently, right? You said, no, not to the car, come. Yeah. You see what I mean? So again, attention is reinforcement.
I realized that as soon as I saw it.
Go ahead, good job. Go ahead and go in there. I'll meet you in there. I'm gonna grab the leash. And the training collar. All right, she seems to be doing pretty good. We're gonna suit her up with her leash training collar and then get back to it. Good. We successfully put the leash on her. She has not felt the bite yet. And she more than likely has never had one of these on because she was just a tiny pup when you got her, yes?
Yeah, she's never.
Okay. Go ahead and take off the entire collar, the other one. Let it fall to the ground. Oh, perfect. No, don't move towards her. Perfect. Hold your ground, okay? Whatever you do, don't move towards her. Perfect. She's handling that better than I expected, sir. Okay, now start making trek towards the center of the court, please. Good job. Hold your ground. Wow. She's handling that a lot better than I expected. Very good. And I like how you raised the leash up so she wouldn't get it tangled under her feet. Okay? So, I really don't want to do this to her because it's going to put a bad impression if I'm the one doing this. So typically, let's say we have an average temperament dog who's not skittish or whatever, a skittish terrier, I would be more comfortable taking the leash and doing it.
Oh, so she's trying to bite it now.
Yeah. Because she felt that bite. Good catch. Look at that. Yeah, she felt that bite. So again, don't make any sound or whatever if she goes after it. If she just puts it in her mouth and drops it, ignore it. If she keeps biting at it, then yes, I want you to pop it out of her mouth. Pop. So yank it out of her mouth. Okay? Like a correction. Without saying the word no or being angry. Okay? So, well, we're going to start off with the leash taming. I really don't want to do this with her. It'd be different if she knew me more. Then yes, I'd be very happy to do this. But this can be very stressful. So the principle here, 17 minutes, I'm trying to catch as much of this as possible. The principle here is a very simple one. When I ask you to walk, and don't do it until I tell you to, please. When I ask you to walk, you're going to walk in your direction, turning in the opposite direction that she shoots into. So if you're walking forward, okay, and she starts to walk ahead of you, you're going to turn 180 degrees in the opposite direction. So if you're going north and she goes ahead of you north, you go south. She goes, when you start going south, she goes southwest, then you go, I suppose, northeast. That might be wrong, okay? But you know what I'm talking about. The opposite direction.
Where she's pulling.
Exactly. Now, I want you to try to keep her on your left-hand side. And I want you to be mindful of your leash. Meaning, while I don't want you to hold, I don't want you to necessarily limit the amount of leash she has. She's on a 6-foot leash. I want you just to be mindful to where it's not getting tangled up under her feet. If it gets tangled up under her feet, do not stop everything that you're doing to untangle her. She's a smart dog. She will learn that you do that and start manipulating you. So that's why it's important that you try not to let her get tangled, okay? So you might need to use 2 hands for that. So like, for example, right now when she's been pulling out, I would be using yes, I would be using my other hand to kind of do that, all right?
Okay.
So you're going to turn in opposite directions. You see what I mean? So because she's facing me, you're going to start walking that way, please. Start moving now. And walk at a pace that you're comfortable with. Now turn. Remember, trying to turn again. Turn again. Turn again. You need to turn the moment she gets ahead of you. Turn to the right. Perfect. She's doing this. Turn. Perfect. This is going along. Turn the opposite direction. Perfect. Much better than I expected. Turn to the right. Much better than I expected. She's not panicking. Just your turns need to happen a little bit faster so that ideally your turn causes her to bite herself. You see what I mean? Perfect, Dad. That was a perfect turn because she bit herself. Perfect. And I like how you're kind of keeping her on your left. Perfect. 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 Come towards me, please. Perfect. You're doing that beautifully. You're doing that perfectly. Good job. Turn to the right. Perfect. Turn again. Perfect. That one was especially poignant because I like what you're doing. I like how you made that turn to try to keep. I like that. Good job, buddy. You're a natural. Perfect. I like that a lot. Perfect. Perfect. All right, come down towards me. Start reeling the leash in, trying to keep her at your left. Okay? Start reeling the leash in, trying to keep her at the left. Reeling the leash in. Come to a stop there. And just stop there, please. Perfect. Don't give her any more slack. You did that beautifully.
Thank you.
You did that amazingly well. So see, this is why I was talking about. This is what you're going to need to do with her. And where you live, it may not be ideal.
Yeah, now I know.
That's why I'm saying, yeah. I mean, maybe that space in between where I parked, maybe that would work. But keep in mind that here very quickly, it's going to be almost impossible to turn on her without her turning immediately with you. Do you see what I mean?
There's a park further down the street that would probably be better for what we're doing here.
Yeah, well, and for potty breaks, sir.
Yeah.
Very important, all right? And then listen, mix it up though. So I would not, so so for example, if you were coming out here tomorrow, this is not the place I would choose.
Right.
I would choose another place. The following day, another place. Do you see what I mean? Mix it up so she doesn't get too comfortable. And I tell you, earlier when I said that was a very poignant turn that you did, you happened to turn just as she got distracted and nervous by a sound. And the moment that you turned, the momentum bit her and it made her cheer up. See, what people don't understand about these prong collars is that if you have a skittish terrier, it can comfort them. Because when they're babies and they're first born, they're newborns, before they have their sight, their mom comforts them by preening them, by nibbling softly on the back of their neck.
Right.
So if you have a dog, let's say, that is afraid of thunderstorms, and you start very softly putting a prong collar on them in a leash and very softly pulling on it in a gentle way, it's going to be soothing.
Okay.
So this dog is handling this much better than I expected. So I was wrong. Remember how I said if I predict it's going to be horrible?
Yeah.
This is not horrible.
It's not horrible.
Possible that if I did this to her, it would be horrible because she doesn't know me.
Right.
But with you, it was not horrible.
Okay.
Unfortunately for you, you have a smart dog, so you're going to have to move fast and keep up. I really like how you kept her on your left-hand side. And I really appreciate how instead of pulling her to the left, you chose to orientate yourself to the left. In this next walk, I want you to do a combination of orientating yourself, but also pulling her to the left. So I would not have wanted you to do that the first time. But now we're going to add a little more stress. We're going to add a tiny bit of incremental stress. The next thing that I want you to do, and I know it's tough because you're listening, you're hearing out from me, okay? But what I want you to do is whenever you turn, the moment you realize that she turns with you, I want you to say the word good and nod at her.
Okay.
The next thing that I want you to do, please, are those prescription glasses.
No.
Okay. Then you know how in Scripture people aren't allowed to see the face of God. That's not what we're doing here. Ideally, we want her to look you in the eyes because remember what I said? Perfect, sir. If she happens to make eye contact with you, I want you to say good look.
Okay.
So that in public, you'll be able to in the future say, look, and she's going to make eye contact with you. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So whenever you are walking, if you find that she's coming near you, you're going to say good, 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 good. Okay? The next thing that I want you to do is, as you walk with her, now I do want you to kind of keep her at the very least in your peripheral vision. So if I'm walking with her, my head is kind of turned in her direction slightly, so that she realizes I'm trying to engage. You see what I mean? So I'm going to tell you to turn right, left, turn around. So left is just a 90 degree, you know, the sharpest turn you can do to the left. Right would be the sharpest turn you can do to the right. Opposite direction, turn around would be just to go in the opposite direction, like you were doing, okay? Trying to keep her on your left, yes? So start off by going to the right, please. Perfect. You see now she's on your, there you go. Want to keep her on your left-hand side. Perfect. Turn to your right. Perfect. Perfect. Turn to your right again. So see there, I would have, perfect. Turn to your right again. Perfect. Now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to use both hands with that leash. Turn to the right. Perfect. Turn to the right. Because you need to start using your left hand to cut the slack as you make your turns. Instead of rolling it up, you need to use your, so instead of rolling the leash up, put the leash in your right hand, please. Now use your left hand to cut it. Perfect. Perfect. Come towards me, please. Perfect. Turn to the right. Cut it. Perfect. So maybe with your left hand, perfect. I like that. That was perfect. That was perfect. Keep walking. Turn to the right. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, good, good, good. All right, come towards me, please. Start reeling the leash up so she stays as close to your left-hand side as possible. Reel it in more. Reel it in more. Turn to your right. Turn to your right again. Turn to your right again. You're going to reel the leash in more. I want her as close to your left side as possible. Reel the leash in more. Perfect. Turn to your right. So you stop facing me. Turn to your right again. Perfect. Turn to your right. Start to slow down. Now start applying pressure on the leash. Come to a stop there. Apply pressure on the leash up towards your right shoulder blade. Perfect. Keep doing that. Perfect. Perfect. You're doing perfect. She doesn't even seem that stressed about that bite. Keep applying that pressure. Good job. Good job, Dad. Keep up towards your right. Keep going. Keep going. You're not hurting her. She's not even stressed over it. Potentially she's so nervous she doesn't feel it. Okay. Put the entire leash with the stress that you have on the leash in your left hand. Just perfect. And now use your, you know what, I'm sorry, in your right hand. And now you're going to use your left hand to push her butt down, please. You're doing good. You're doing good. Apply, keep that pressure applied. You're doing good. Perfect. Damn, she's so nervous she doesn't even want to sit, huh?
Yeah, she's strong.
Yeah. Apply the pressure. So you've got to keep that pressure in as you're bending her, as you're pushing her butt down. Perfect. Wow, that in itself is going to be tough. Okay. Did she tap at you?
No, she didn't.
Okay. All right. Give her a little bit of a break.
Okay.
Let me take her, please. All right. Good. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You did a great job with her. Hold your ground, please. Hold your ground. So watch what I'm going to do. So you see this? So now you need to graduate to look how I have the leash in my right hand. Good. 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 Pretty. Good. I don't know her well enough to know if she's gonna bite me or not.
Never seen her bite anything.
Good. Good. Good, 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 good. 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 She's strong as hell. For being so skinny. Alright.
That's why the sense of urgency is necessary.
Yeah. Okay. Battery's about to go out. We're gonna have to deal with this. Let me see if I can switch batteries out. Good.